Okay.
Hello.
100th time lucky. Let's see if we can get this to work okay this time. All right, Steve, welcome to the very first podcast on TruesdaleTv. So do you want to tell the people what it is exactly you do, or what do you do on YouTube? What is your theme? What is your niche?
Absolutely. Am I coming through okay?
Yep, I can hear you fine, yep.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, so the YouTube channel's been going about 11 months. I'm called Steve the Transit Camper. It took me like 3 months to even remember my own name, so I was calling myself all sorts of names. Steve the Camper in the Transit. I just couldn't remember my name in my early videos, which is hilarious. So I've got a Ford Transit van, which I've converted. I put a kitchen in.
Oh, I was going to ask you that. Did you do it yourself then?
Yeah, I've done it all myself.
Very good.
This is the third van that I've converted now.
Right.
Unfortunately, I had my last van stolen about 3 years ago on New Year's Eve while I was at work.
And it's always been Transits you've had, Ford Transits, or?
Yeah, I had the what's it called, the Transit Sports, which was the performance transit, which was awesome. Top Gear contacted me. They wanted to use it around a track because it was one of only about 50 in the country that was available. But we didn't get it arranged, otherwise they could have done it. But yeah, and I've had Transit Connect vans and the old-fashioned Smiley Transit, they call it.
Yes.
And now I'm with this one now, the what's it called? The modern one.
What size of engine is that in the? It's
a 2-litre.
It's a 2-litre.
Yeah, it's by no means a racer.
It's a really nice looking van. So it is.
Yeah,
that's what one of the questions we ask you. So you must be brave and handy. Then do you do a bit of joinery or anything like that there, or do you convert
no? Well, I'm just a bit of a jack of all trades, really. I don't mind playing with wood, and I used to work in factory as a maintenance man, so we'd have to play with all sorts of materials, really. So yeah, just enjoy it.
And so I was going to ask you, so that I take it you are like a urban van stealther, really, as opposed to that's your more preferred niche.
Yeah, definitely.
Before, as opposed to like the tents and hammocks and that a lot of stealth campers use.
Yeah, I like the city camps and getting in and going to the pub and then.
I like the urban camps as well. So I actually prefer the van camping as well. That's why I started off to van stealth camping and branch a little bit into the tents. And
I love watching yours because mine is obviously it's a converted van and it's got a double bed and everything's just completely way over the top and comfortable. But when I watch yours, you have to do a bit of jigging about.
I'm slumming it. So I definitely I'm due an upgrade. That little van of mine is maybe on its last legs, and I want something the size of yours. That's the sort of size. I had a Vivaro before, and that was a good size. So probably something similar to the size of yours now. So I need a bit more space, and a fixed bed would be nice as well. Like you have in yours, that's really handy.
In a previous van, I put a collapsible bed in, but I just found that as it came towards the end of the day, you've got this daunting thing of dragging things around and putting things away. So I based all mine around a fixed bed rather than based it around a kitchen.
Yeah.
It's each to their own at the end of the day. I'm a bit lazy when it comes to packing stuff away, so it's just all there sorted.
Yes. And has it always been stealth camping you did, or was it just normal camping you get and then just sort of
it's always been stealth camping. I've got a rule that I never pay. If I'm going in my van,
£25 a night, so dear. Yeah, that's it. And
so I've done a bit of camping as well with the family. We've got our own tent, so we don't sleep in the van usually. When we go on a family holiday, we'll get the big tent out, the 7-berther, and we'll have the van there. And if we fancy one night in the van, we will. But usually it's in the tent. But I haven't got the balls that you've got for stealth camping on my own yet. I can't get my head around that.
If you just do it once, you'll be grand. Just get out and do it. Get yourself a wee tent. Get a better tent than £20 because my last one failed to me. Obviously, you'll see there in my last video. But that's the first time I had that wee tent in as heavy a rain as that, and I just couldn't cope with it. But
yeah. It's good. I mean, some YouTubers would not put that video out. They'd say, "Oh, I failed there," but that's not the entertainment.
people love to see people fail. So
Absolutely.
They do. Unfortunately, that's the way the world. People love to see people fail.
I want to see you walking down the riverbank at 11 o'clock, soaking wet, completely fed up. That'll entertain everyone.
That's it. Unfortunately, that is what it is. People like to see people.
What I'm hoping to do in the future is me and my mate Jason, who's a guy who comes stealth camping, the actual stealth camping. We're going to do a lot more of the silly ones, you know, where you're up on a mountain and just literally no tents, just a hammock and things like that. So we want to get that done.
Yes. Yeah, that's another thing. A hammock camp. I'm going to try and give that another go. But have you ever slept in a hammock?
No, I haven't, but I bought one. I've bought one.
Did you buy one? Oh yes, you'll have to get a video out then, a stealth in the hammock. So you will try that out. That could be your first solo stealth camp in the hammock.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it, William. I really don't. My imagination is far too wild.
Drink plenty of Guinness.
Yeah, that's true.
Just drink lots of
too
Guinness.
Many statistics.
Stop watching horror movies. You have to stop watching them now. Can't watch them anymore. If you're going to be a stealth camper, you can't watch horror movies.
That's the problem. I always listen to a podcast before I go to sleep, and they're all about serial killers and true crime.
That's why then
So am I going to listen to that as well?
No. So I've put that up here, folks. If you have any questions for Steve, there, leave them in the chat box. Steve, can you see the chat box there?
Which am I pressing? Underneath here?
Sure.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can. Can you see what people are writing?
Yeah. Cosmic Angel, very supportive. She says I can do it.
Aye, there you go. Well, have you anywhere planned out for like a solo? If you were thinking,
I haven't. No, I haven't. I think it's something I would do in the summer because of the shorter dark nights, if you like.
Yes.
It's no good going in the dark and coming home in the dark, is it?
I think about it now. Is it sure it gets dark so early? It's like 4 o'clock. It's dark now, and
sure. There's my mate Jason. He's just appeared in the chat. Hello, Jason. It's good to see him watching.
Let's see if we have any. If the people watching have any questions for you, put your questions in the chat box, folks. What else was I going to ask you while we're waiting for people to get questions in? Oh, so you watch Steve Wallace then? I take it like every stealth camper. Yeah,
definitely an inspiration.
He's brilliant. Like it's so entertaining to watch. So he is, and it's the same thing over and over again. But you just watch it.
It is
over and over and over, so you can.
Absolutely. And why is that? Why do we want to watch the same thing over and over? It's just crazy. He always cooks too much food.
I don't know. I think it's just it's the way he speaks is calming and therapeutic or something.
He is very calm. He's got that real deep voice, and there's nothing like Steve Wallace saying "Good morning."
There's a question there. It must be from your friend. What's your best stealth camp, guys? Can you see that on the screen? Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So, what was your favorite stealth camp in the van then?
Just trying to think, really. I think my best stealth camp wasn't in the van, actually. I think it was with my mate Jason when we went underneath the bridge on the motorway.
Right. Okay.
That was just so much fun, but it was our first stealth camp. So we divided the video up into 3 parts, 20-minute parts. Yeah. And the first part did quite well, about 500 views. And then the other 2, nobody followed part 2 and part 3, and they're all in a playlist and linked.
I know it's a fickle place, YouTube, isn't it? It's
a very fickle place.
It can be frustrating, so it can.
So what we've done, what we do this time is when I go with Jason, perhaps we go once every couple of months or once every 6 weeks, and we just put out the hour special. And I know there's about 50% of my subscribers enjoy a long video, so. I cater for them on that, and then the 20-minute ones for the rest. Yeah,
I think that's what it is. For the longer videos, they're catered more towards your like loyal fans, your loyal people that love to watch your channel, because people have such a short attention span. The couple of minutes and they're fed up and they go on the next thing. You really have to try and capture them, or they have to. That's right. That's right. Because that's what I find anyway. The shorter videos, my shorter videos, tend to do a bit better than the longer ones. If you look at your analytics, you can look at your analytics that tells you when people are dropping off on your video.
Yeah, you can see it on the trend.
Yeah.
I just see Hidden Hammocks made a comment there. Hi, Steve. Are you taking part in the next Stealth Camping Alliance challenge? Yes, I am. I think we've got to wear a Christmas hat, haven't we? So I will be doing that, definitely.
Christmas hat or Christmas jumper? Was it a Christmas hat, was it?
Yeah. I'll go with the hat. I got to get a Santa Claus hat. I want to see Jason in a Santa Claus hat. And then Hazel, Cosmic Angel, she says, what are you and Jace planning for your next adventure, Steve? Sorry if I misspelled his name. Yeah, it's Jace, Jase, but that's all right. It's Jason. We've got a planned camp coming up. It's in 4 days' time, and we're going overnight on top of a mountain. But we're not giving it away.
Not giving the location away. Oh, keeping it a surprise.
Yeah, but we will be on top of a mountain about 30 miles from me. I'm hoping it snows. I'm desperate for snow.
Oh, you need to have a good sleeping bag with you in if it's going to snow.
Yeah. Well, we'll be nothing like these cool stealth campers that you see and yourself. We will tell you that we're absolutely froze and we'll be like little girls.
Pack up, just bring some whiskey, you'll be grand. Keep you warm.
I will bring some whiskey. I've got a new hip flask to bring my whiskey in.
Oh, you'll need more than that. You'll need a liter. So you will. So what else have we got? Well, just while we're talking about that, so what is your intentions for YouTube then? Are you planning to? Is it a hobby for you, or do you?
It is a hobby, to be honest. I'm a nurse by profession, so I'm a nurse practitioner, and so's Jace actually. And I just do 30 hours a week, so I've got no longing to give up work and become a full-time YouTuber. But you know, I'm a bit like yourself. If it takes off, it takes off, and I'll go with it. You know, you'd be a fool to
that
do anything
dream,
else,
wouldn't it? That would be the dream.
It would be the dream, yeah.
For something you enjoy doing.
But I would like to be credible. Let's put it that way. I'd like to sit around, you know, get me a couple of thousand subscribers and have a credible following, and that would satisfy me more than enough.
Yeah. Well, it just takes time, doesn't it? You just have to keep grinding away, just keep grinding the videos out, and hopefully one day you just get the one there just the algorithm loves and pushes it across the platform for you.
Yeah.
And you get what you deserve
like
for all the effort.
At the moment, I wake up in the morning and
straight on.
Yeah, you do. How many subs? I've lost 2.
I know that annoys you. That really does. That's frustrating. Yeah. What did I do wrong?
You can let it annoy you. What annoys me more than anything on YouTube, and probably some comedians will do it now, is when you release a video, because people get notifications, they just drop off the subs. I tend to get that a lot. I tend to lose 3 every time I release a video, and then they come back. Not necessarily those people, but those subs come back over the course of the next 24 hours. Yeah,
I did hear, now I don't know how much truth is in it, that YouTube has like a sort of filtering process now where it will go through your subs and unsubscribe people. You know, people that have watched videos as a way. Did you hear it? Have you heard this? I did,
and I looked into that because you mentioned that before. Yeah, and I looked into that. And I read on the YouTube forums that they said YouTube has never and will never do that.
Right.
But what they will do is if they see a massive amount of subscribers in a day, they will address that, but only when you come to join the partnership with 1,000 subs.
Right.
So you don't know that they know until you apply.
Yeah. And what else have we got then? Other questions in the chat?
At the moment, I'm trying to think of really interesting things to cook in the van, because to make each video slightly different, I need to come up with a good...
The cooking, people love cooking. They love,
they do.
They like the cooking videos. I don't know why, because it it just seems to be one of the things I get a lot of requests for on my channel and comments. More cooking. Let us see what you're doing exactly. But
yeah, I've actually cut down my cooking time in my videos. I tend to do 3 or 4 quick shots of what's going on rather than the peeling, the chopping, and the cutting.
Yes.
But people have said, how did you do them? How did you do that? They want to see that. So it is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's, I do the same now. At the start, I would have just let the camera run the whole way through the whole cooking process. It was too long. So I just like a few seconds of each little section of the cooking process, like chopping an onion, chopping mushroom, blah, 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 so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And it seems to run a lot smoother. It cuts down time, gets the videos down a bit as well to the magic 20 minutes, you know?
Absolutely. I see Lee's just asked there, who else are you influenced by? Well, believe it or not, when I started on the YouTube channel, I started as sort of doing bits to my van. So I was putting in the Chinese heater and thing. I didn't record all of them, but I was doing things to do with camper vans really. And because I was doing the Chinese diesel heaters and just doing a bit of fault finding on them, I got in with the small engine community.
Yes, I see you talk about them a lot.
Yeah, so I've got like Mix Mowers, who's doing really well, Gravely Man, all these different small engine, and of course Martin Butler on Retro Restore. I don't know whether you've heard of him, but he's quite well up there on the YouTube. He's like 80,000 subs.
That sounds familiar. That sort of does. Retro Restore.
So his is a very family-based channel. His wife's in there and his children and things like that. And it's that's one of my influences, keeping it real and keeping it family-friendly, because that was really important to me.
Yeah.
I didn't, because some of my channels I can't watch when my stepson's around. He's only 10.
Yeah.
So, which is a shame, really. It's quite limiting. But if they make that choice, that's fine. I just have to be stealthy as I watch them.
What's that while you're on your stealths?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And just going back to your van again, you converted it yourself, you say. So what was did you start off with the process then? I know when I done mine, I started off with I wanted to do the installation was one of the most important parts of it. Did you foil? Did you put the foil and all in there?
Well, believe it or not, I'm not a believer in insulation.
Oh, do you not insulate yours?
No, not at all.
My Belingo isn't insulated this time, but the last time round I went to town on it and done all that. But the Belingo I didn't bother at all this time insulating it. So you don't think it's not necessary?
No, I don't like the look of it. So when I'm in my van, I want to be able to lie there and look around me and see the framework of the van. That's important to me because I just love all that mechanical side. I don't want to be looking up at pine board and things like that.
Do you ever find condensation on the roof then?
No, I don't. I don't have any condensation because there's two really important things when you do a camper. And one is you've got to have really good airflow throughout. So you've got to have they call them gas outlets, gas dropouts in the floor of your van. So I've got two big gas dropouts, which are straight through to the air. There's no filters on them or anything. And then I've got an extractor fan in the roof, which is a proper, a caravan extractor, if you like. And that runs at, 500 RPM all through the night. And it's just drawing this constant air through the van. So never have any condensation in the morning unless I forget to put it on, which I did in my last video. So I showed how much condensation you get, but there's still not a lot because those gas dropouts give you good airflow. So, and secondly, is you need a really good heater. So the heater can be ticking over all night. It'll only use about a pint of diesel all night, and it's just a drip feed. So you're blowing in hot air, you're drawing out through the floor, and you're taking out through the ceiling. You won't get any condensation.
And those diesel heaters, I was looking at them. I was thinking of actually getting one of those. So how do they? Obviously it runs in diesel, but does it take electricity as well? Does it take solar? And how does the battery? Is there battery involved in that as well?
Yeah, so you can connect them straight to your car battery, 12-volt car battery. So make sure you get the 12-volt one, not the 24-volt one, which are for trucks. So you connect them straight to your car battery, and then they pull quite a lot of amps on the first 10 minutes of starting up because you're warming up the, not the coil, the glow plug.
Yeah.
So they'll pull about 10 to 12 amps for about 10 minutes, and then they tick along at 3 or 4 amps. So you've got to be careful they don't kill your battery if you keep starting it all the time. So once you've started it, leave it running and just turn it down rather than switch it off and switch it back on again.
So what sort of size of battery would you recommend then for if you're going to have one of those?
You need an ordinary good lead car battery. The leisure batteries are no good for them.
Oh, right. Oh, really?
No, because there's too much current pulls out of a leisure battery. It'll just kill it very quickly. So I just run my cable straight to the van's main battery just for the Chinese heater, not for anything else.
Right. And then you have a leisure battery obviously as well.
Yeah.
With your solar panels.
I think some people do use a leisure battery, but it just warps all the stuff inside. It doesn't do them any good. It's too many amps. They're not designed for a big draw like that.
Yeah. It's something, especially for the winter coming in here, I was using which isn't ideal, and nobody should probably do it. I use the little butane camping.
Yeah, that's okay.
Things.
That's
so
okay.
I do always make sure I have ventilation and I have a carbon dioxide detector and all as well. But
I always say
it can be dangerous, But
yeah, but you're your own safety officer, aren't you? You've just got to be sensible. I see Chris Kerrs in there, says hi from Florida.
Yeah,
that's
see that
magic. Welcome to TruesdaleTv's podcast.
The first one.
What made you decide to do this then, William?
I don't know. I'm just always looking for new ideas, just to spice up the channel, to attract more people, just to try something different, So if this one goes well, we'll do some more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got any other guests lined up? Have you spoke to anyone else?
Yeah, I have Sweatpant Camper. He was said he was interested. More or less, most of the people in the Stealth Camp Alliance, they all have a go at it. And yeah, I'll just reach out to all the people I sort of speak to on YouTube. Fellow campers, and not just campers, all sort of outdoor stuff. Like sort of relating to it in some sort of way. We'll see who's interested and who's not interested, and we'll just play it with that. And if it does take off, I'll maybe set a separate channel up for this.
That'd be good.
But if it doesn't, I'll just do them here and there and just make up a playlist, a podcast playlist, and just keep it on TruesdaleTv. So we'll just play it by, play it by ear.
Jimmy T there has put, how does it feel to be the first subscriber to be on live stream? It feels great. It feels great. I'm very honoured. I was really excited at the chance, and we've got a little chat with the Stealth Camp and Alliance going. And I see there were lots of people interested, and I was going, me.
Yeah. And have you ever been over here in Northern Ireland, Steve? You ever been to this?
Yeah, I went to Cork with the girls from work about 5 years ago. That was fantastic. We stopped over in a big hotel on the front. I can't think what it was called, but we visited a few sort of fishing towns. It was just great.
Nice part of the world down there.
I wanted to see about the Guinness and things like that.
Guinness factory. Did you go to the Guinness factory?
We didn't go. We went past it, but they weren't drinkers. They didn't want to stop. So
that was another thing I was going to ask you. Have you ever been? I've never been myself, but I'd love to go and see it and see what it's like.
Yeah, I'd like to go. Did they give you free samples?
Apparently so. I watched a video of a guy called Simon Wilson. Have you heard of him? He's a YouTuber, Simon Wilson.
Nope.
He's a YouTuber, and he's sort of like, he's more of a sort of like, what would you call him? He does a bit of traveling, but he like sort of sneaks into venues, and he snuck into the Guinness factory.
I have seen
Blags his way. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, he can get a free room for the night, a free McDonald's, things like that.
So the spas and stuff, McDonald's trick, and he snuck into the McGregor fight and all this here. There's all sorts, but he went into the Guinness factory. So there's a Bushmills distillery not far from me here, a whiskey. Have you heard of Bushmills whiskey?
Yeah.
There's one here. It's in our place. It's up a road, and I haven't been to it. And they'll give you free samples, give you a tour of the factory. Although I don't know how it's working now with the whole situation, COVID situation, if they're still doing that. The tours and whatnot, but it's a place I'd love to go and see. And there's lots of lovely places along that coastline, the north coast here,
beautiful.
up my part, for camping, for camper vans, and for tents.
I just seen Gary Irvine said put a split charger in place. Well,
I've seen that.
A split charger standard, so of course you've got your split charger to keep your leisure batteries backed up, but that won't have any influence on where you pull your power from for your Chinese heater.
And you do have solar panels on your van then, Steve? Yeah, you have solar panels on your roof. Do you have solar panels?
Sorry?
Solar panels? Have you got
I've got two solar panels on the top. They're supposed to be 100 watts each, but they're from China, so they're probably about 50 each. Yeah. But they do keep it topped up. They in really good sunshine, you might get 1.5 amps going into the batteries over the course of, while the sun's out at its best. So yeah, they help. But when I first put them in, I had a problem with the batteries getting way too hot inside the van, and you could start to get that eggy smell from the acid being too hot. And I think I've resolved it now. I can't remember what I did for that, but it's on one of my videos somewhere. But I was fixated on the temperature of these batteries. Something was going very wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I had to have a new alternator on the van. Maybe it was overcharging or something like that. I can't remember now. It's a couple of years ago.
Yeah. My battery setup's an old battery of an old van.
Yeah.
It just sits in the front passenger seat, and I have an extension coming off it for 2 USBs, and that's all I use. That's all I need. I just charge a phone and a tablet, and that's it. Things very simple. I haven't got all the fun, but my next build, I'm going to put a bit more into it, and I definitely want a heater, definitely want solar panels, and
definite solar panels. And I wouldn't go too cheap with the solar panels. So I think I paid £160 for both of mine, which are supposed to be 100 watt each, but they're not. So you can spend £300 on 200 watts one, and you know you're going to get a better. They're going to be better. Mine look good, but they're not amazing.
So his Lee is saying you should join a stealth setup somewhere. Well, maybe means a stealth camping group or something like that.
Yeah, I think he means a group. Does he? Perhaps.
Yeah. I don't think there is any over here, none that I know of anyway.
Isn't there? I was really surprised when I started stealth camping about 2 years ago in my van. I was surprised you don't notice how many camper vans are around there and people stealthing in car parks until you're doing it yourself.
Yeah, and then you know what.
And there's lots of people doing it. Lots of people.
Yeah.
But they're very, very hard to find on YouTube. Have you noticed that? Because I didn't come across your channel for 6 months of constantly looking for stealth camping, all of that. Yours didn't come up for at least 6 months.
Is that right? 6 months?
Yeah. And then when it came, when I saw it, woof, loved it. It's down to earth and it's proper and it's true.
Yeah.
I see a few fake campers. Have you seen them?
No.
Yeah, if you watch it, they're usually one-off videos, but you'll see people go out with stuff and they set up, and then all of a sudden it's morning and they're going home, and you just think, hang on.
I pulled the other one.
I might have to do that for my first solo camp. I'll just pretend.
There's an idea. Alan Kennedy, have you thought of doing a stealth camp in the south? They mean the south of Ireland. They must mean. I'm assuming, maybe
that'll be for you. I think, William.
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, I'll work my way across this whole little island. So I'll just run out of spots. But at the minute, I'm just sort of sticking up to get all the north done first. Then we'll work our way down.
Yeah,
work our way across.
Definitely. And of course, the other thing with my transit van is it's got no windows in it.
Yeah, that was my Vivaro. It was the same. My Vivaro had no windows, so the proper stuff. Nobody knew you were in there.
So nobody can even look in. There is a back window, but it's blacked out, so it's very difficult to see in. And then I use cameras that I can see what's going on outside.
That's what I want to ask you as well. Your camera setup. Tell us about this camera setup you've got. I think that's class.
So
really cool.
I've tried various cameras, and you can imagine there is no camera that is designed for what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah. So I've got a couple of just cheap Chinese Wi-Fi cameras, which have proved to be the best. They were about £9 each. And I've got one fixed to my bumper, which shows me everything that's going on behind. And one fixed to my front, which shows me everything that's going in front. And obviously, all they do is plug in on a USB. And then you go on your phone and you search for their Wi-Fi connection. And I've just called them front and back. And you just link to them, and then you can see what's going on your phone. You had
one at a time that rotated. It was cool.
Yeah, that's the latest camera that I bought, which is it's basically a baby monitor.
Yeah,
so it goes in your baby's room, and you can connect it to your phone exactly the same, and then you just run your finger along the screen, and you can direct it to anywhere you like. The only trouble is they haven't made one that's
waterproof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. One that's waterproof.
That would be ideal.
Yeah,
and then the other big problem with them is if you're trying to be stealthy, because they put out the red light.
Yeah.
To see in the dark.
Let me mention that in the video. Yeah,
it kind of gives you away. So I'm going to use it where.
If you got a beacon, like a beacon like on the top of a tractor.
I've bought one. But the reflection of the inside of the beacon comes back on the camera, and it can't see out. So they must put a special film on the inside of them, I think. So I think it just kind of creates a light sphere inside, doesn't it? So it can't see properly.
So yeah, that test field, then you've tried that and all. It's no.
The what? Sorry.
What about if you could get like some sort of? I'm trying to think of different ideas of like some sort of like see-through like upside down fishbowl type thing, but more of a noble. I don't know. So a beacon's the only thing I can really think of. Taking a beacon apart, but if you can get a clear one. Wonder if you get, would it still be the same? Would it have the reflective thing inside that would stop?
Yeah, it reflects itself. So the red light can't.
It was just like an indicator or a brake light and stuff. It's like designed like that inside.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like a reflector.
Yeah, that might be an idea. I've tried lots of things. Normally, when the postman knocks on the door, my wife says, "Is that another camera?"
Oh, know what you're up to.
Somebody said here, Hazel has said, what about black electric tape over the red light? That's a good idea, Hazel, but you need the red light to be able to see in the dark. It's infrared. So you won't be able to film anything if it's in the dark. Yeah,
but it was still working daytime, but then would it still work in daytime if they were covered?
Yeah, it would work fine in the daytime.
But night times when you're stealthing, you want it anyway, really, isn't it?
When you want to see what's going outside in the dark, you need the red light to be visible.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting one and putting on my dashboard and just for the front of the car, but ideally the back is because I can look out the wee curtain and see out the front.
Yeah.
But the back, why I really wanted it was at the back of my car, just like a beacon disguise. I thought you could disguise as a beacon, when people think, but
yeah,
but how to think of something different. The next best thing would probably be what you said, like using a camera, like a reverse camera type thing, something like that, like put it on the back bumper.
I mainly wanted mine just so I could see the daylight come up in the morning, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Without the daylight coming up.
All right, enough. Yours is you have a bulkhead in your van?
No, I took it out.
So you can get into the front if you had to.
I can if I was a stone lighter, perhaps. I can't quite make it. I just give me 1 second.
No problem.
That's it. I feel better now. There was a huge spider has just walked across my living room, and I've just put a cap on it for now.
You're not a fan of spiders?
Not when they're just given free rein. I don't mind them. I'll deal with him, and he'll go outside. But I'm not going to let him wander all over my legs while I'm doing this.
That last place I went to for the self recon under that bridge, my God! The camera didn't really pick up how many there was. There was thousands of them. They're all over the whole
I can imagine.
And not nice. And then I got a message from some guy after watching the video saying to watch out because there's some sort of spider in the tube spider or something.
I don't know.
That lives in places like that, and old like brickwork like that can give you a real nasty bite. I didn't think we had anything like that in the UK at all.
I've not heard of them.
Every day's a school day. I don't know if that's
absolutely
if that's true or not. I don't know. I never even looked into it. I didn't look into it because I didn't want to put myself off going to camp there. I don't want to know. So I don't, because I'm going to eventually go and camp under that bridge. But the rain, I don't know over where you are over England, but here the rain has been torrential the last lot of days. So
we've had some bad weather.
The river's way up, and that's completely waterlogged under there now. You couldn't camp there like for.
I haven't seen our local river lately, but I see some pictures on Facebook of our local coastline that's completely washed away. It's a right mess. Cars on their sides and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
As bad as that.
Aberystwyth, about 60 miles away.
Do you watch a guy called Will's Whereabouts by any chance?
I don't watch him. No. I have watched him, but it's just not my cup of tea.
No, the only reason I'm saying is because he got invited to like a camper van meetup a while back. Did you see that one? I thought that was a real cool idea. But if you could get something like that organized for like stealth camping, a meetup, but because there were all the ones like they were all over the world. The ones you sort of talk to on the stealth camp. Like, sure, we've got ones there. New Zealand, Australia, Canada, America, so probably it'd be impossible for it to ever happen. But
I don't follow any camper van channels.
At all.
They just don't appeal to me. They're all so similar that it's very much that YouTubey world of that. What's up, guys? I'm blah blah blah, and I can't be doing with that.
Like the fake stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he started off camping out of his was it a Ford Galaxy before he got
Oh,
that big
right,
van?
yeah.
Was it a Ford Galaxy? I think it was. It was some sort of people carrier.
Yeah.
I liked it better when he was doing that sort of thing. It was more
Yeah, I
proper
like that.
stealth. He's bought a a big van now, and it was a big proper big tall van with the windows and all. He's sort of going the different route now, as opposed to staying stealth. It's not stealth anymore, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. I like that stuff. His stuff.
There's a guy very similar to him called Dean's Destinations.
Yes.
So he started off with a small van, hasn't he? And he's just changed now to an old Ford Transit. Yeah.
The last I
so
looked,
he's a good guy to watch, but he's going down a slightly different route where there's a lot of narration of a bit of history or a bit of wildlife or these things. That's not my cup of tea. It's a great channel, it really is, and I do follow him and I'll support him all I can, sort of thing. But when it sort of deviates off like that, it's not my cup of tea. I like just the simple, very easy. Yeah. I'm turning up here. Chuck your rucksack down or park your van, cook a burger, and have a night. Take a bit of a video of you walking around and then home in the morning. I like that. I just like it.
Yeah, I get put off whenever the videos that they're too they've been too much too professional, all the the glitz and the glamour. I like a Steve Wallace style video. Simple. Interesting.
Yeah,
different.
He's a prime example of you don't need all the bells and whistles, do you?
There's another guy called Mav. Have you heard of him?
Who?
Mav. He's another YouTuber into stealth camp, and his has skyrocketed now. He's up well over 1 million now subscribers. He's doing really well. Same again, just started sleeping in the back of his pickup truck and just made videos. And
brilliant.
Someday, hopefully we'll have those 1 million subs one day. Just keep grinding them out. You never know.
Absolutely. How long have you been going, Will, where you've been serious about it?
Oh, I'll have to go back and check. But the channel I have, it says 5 years, but it hasn't been 5 years. I just opened that channel up, that long ago.
Yeah.
So it's been maybe a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But maybe about a year serious, and then I started, stopped. Did you? I just done a wee video then. So my early videos was walking around forests and stuff and all just random nonsense, or wrapping stuff in this shed to sell on eBay and all, just random stuff. And I fell into I always did stealth camp, just never recorded it. I always went up along the coast in the Vivaro and stuff. And I wish I had been into YouTube back then, because I could have made so many videos, and I could have done the whole build process and all. Would have been good as well, because it's evergreen content. People constantly look at that, back to see how you do things, Evergreen, that's another thing. If you have some evergreen content on your channel, just a little bit, not just not bombarding with a whole tutorial type style, but just showing people how to do things, because that'll go on forever. It's if just how to install solar panels, how to do your leisure batteries, how to do your diesel heater. People are constantly looking for that sort of thing, and it attracts them to your channel. Yeah. And whether they're what's this? I like this,
Yeah, I always think to myself, why are people watching what I'm doing? And it's a lot of people that can't get out and they can't see these places. Yes. So, if you go to wherever, Aberystwyth, if you like, do a bit of a pan round and let people see what it looks like now, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As opposed to when they could get there 30 years ago or whatever. And it's just interesting just to do a quick pan around. But I thoroughly enjoy it.
People have said the exact same thing. That's why people watch. You wonder why is somebody sitting watching me cooking in the back of my van, or going and sleeping down there? Because people like to live through people. They like to live vicariously through people. So as long as they keep watching, we'll keep moving them. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
that's my thoughts. Anyway.
I also like the outrageous places that people go, like Hidden Hammock goes to a lot of crazy places. And I can't remember Dan's channel, a guy I've just watched tonight, which is a bit of a bad plug for him, but I think it's called Strange Camping or something like that. Strange Camping with Dan, something like that. And he's really good. He goes in all different places. He's just been in one of these big drain holes, like Steve Wallace did under the road. But everywhere in England, that would have 16 wire meshes and 3,000 bolts to stop you getting in.
you'd never get
You
near
wouldn't
it.
get in there. There'd be no chance of getting under into somewhere like that. A bit of fun, and the same as all the old World War buildings, isn't it? And tunnels. You know, this country seems hell bent on stopping anybody seeing a bit of history because of health and safety.
And safety.
You're your own safety officer, aren't you? If it looks dangerous, it probably is.
Yeah. a bit of common sense people just need, isn't that? I think that's
yeah. You shouldn't have to put in rules in place just for the odd one that hasn't got any common sense. You know, that's the price they pay.
Gary Irvine, what is Gary saying here?
Proplex gas heater. That's what I had in my transporter camper.
What's Proplex? I haven't heard of that. Is that a different type of gas?
I don't know what Proplex is. That'll be a trade name of propane, probably.
Right. Okay.
Or the name of the heater. Proplex.
Mr. Buddy, they run the propane, don't they? The Mr. Buddy heaters. That's what you see all the ones, the Canadian ones that are proper camping in minus degrees that I would not be doing.
What about these plug-in USB hand warmer things?
No, I haven't
seen. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't seen this.
You charge them up for 6 hours, and all they do is just give out heat. You put them in your sleeping bag or in your hands.
Right.
I was looking at a few of them. They're not cheap.
No,
but it seems pretty sensible to have something like it's just like a warm battery, I suppose, isn't it? In your sleeping bag.
No, I haven't heard of this. Look, water bottle, good old fashioned hot water bottle.
Yeah, trouble with the water bottle, it goes cold.
Oh, what's that? I wonder what's the lifespan on them? How long do they last? Would they last a full night? You know, would they last 8 hours? But you wouldn't get 8 hours sleep anyway. Whenever you're still camping in a tent or a hammock anyway. In the van, it's different. Like, but whenever you're roughing it, you get 2 hours sleep.
Is that what you get? About 2 hours? Yeah.
Broken sleep. It's not good. Like,
when we were underneath the railway bridge, we probably got about 3 hours sleep. Jay said I slept for a bit longer than he did, but he's the lookout, so he's my muscle.
You take it in shifts, do you?
One keeps looking. I'll just run off. He wouldn't do it in shifts because he knows I'd just run.
Yeah.
I tell you, another funny thing about YouTubing when you're stealth camping is people see things going on in the video that you don't see. So we put that under the motorway bridge one out, and then in the comments somebody put, "Did you see the rat or the mouse at 16 minutes?" And I said, "There's no mouse." Ran it, and there's this little mouse comes from behind his rucksack and runs along the bridge. It was hilarious. We never noticed it.
The last time there was rats, we went to the no man's land one. There was a lot of rats.
Was that?
I'm not fond of rats, like some that. I'd give me spiders any day, but I don't like rats. So I
prefer spiders.
I'm not a fan of rats. but
I think I prefer rats because I don't think they're going to bother you. Or are they? Do they bother you?
I don't know. I don't know.
You might have a little taste.
Yeah. Well, that's one good thing about the hammock. You're up off the ground away from them. They can't nibble their way in. Suppose they could climb up the tree and tight rope down into the hammock to you. But
you can imagine, can't you? You can
definitely going to try the hammock and one of my next ones here. Maybe not the next one, but I'm going to get the hammock back again. But the weather has got wild bad over here. I'm just going to have to hold off maybe. That's slightly better. Do a couple of van camps next, I think, and then we'll get back out and rough it again.
Yeah.
And so you can keep us all posted whenever you're going to do your one.
So do you do any equipment reviews or anything like that? Does anybody write to you with?
Yeah, all people do it all the time, but I don't do it.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I have an email address in my bio there. If on the about page on YouTube, TruesdaleTv at yahoo.com. Yeah, people do it all the time, but it's all mostly like for silly little things, and they want a full review video done on it and stuff, and for like it's mostly torches. And like stuff like that, you know, like random
do they make demands on what they want you to do? Do they? Or?
The more or less what they all are is they'll give you free stuff,
right?
They'll give you the free torches or whatever it is. It's all like sort of I can't even think offhand torches and towels and like camping mats and things like that. There it was, we chairs and things, but no, I want something a bit more. You know, there's always just free stuff and free mat or free whatever. And then they want you to put a link in your bio or in your description
Yeah.
and you get like a percentage, off stuff.
I've got you.
But
I've got you.
No, I want cash, cold hard cash. Yeah. Sponsorship, a proper sponsorship.
Gary Irvine's just said the gas heater is made by Proplex.
Right.
It's called a Proplex 2000. I've not seen one of those.
No, I haven't heard of that. Is that like, Gary, is that something similar to the Mr. Body heater you see on YouTube a lot? They run on the propane. Sure, let us know. Yeah. The heating has become, in the wintertime, the heating does become a bit of an issue. Have you ever camped without the diesel heater in the cold weather? Do you always have a diesel heater in all your vans?
Yeah, no, when I get to about midnight, so if I go to bed at 10 o'clock, about midnight, I switch it off. It has got a timer in it, but they're not reliable, the timers on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I switch it off about midnight. I'm under a duvet then, and then you just stick a toe out in the morning to get it going again. It takes about 10 minutes to get right up to 22 degrees. It's brilliant.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't leave it running all night most of the time.
Camping in luxury.
But I do leave the fan running all night.
Yeah, they're a good job, those two. Those what does he call the fans now? The ones I always talk about on YouTube. Is it the Fantastic Fan or something like that?
I don't know.
There's one that they always rave about. I think it's the Fantastic Fan or something like that, but
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
My extractor fan was £160 and it's just a caravan extractor fan.
Yeah.
The good make. I can't even think what it's called now. Summit Lex or something like that. But I literally had to cut a roof in the van about this sort of cut a hole in the van roof about this big.
That would scare me doing that. So it would.
Well, that's what people all said to me. You bought a van. It's only 5 years old, and you're cutting a massive hole in the roof. I said, yeah. What's the problem? It's my van.
Just make sure it's well sealed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's a thing too. So then you on your roof, you just had your fan is going straight from steel, both sides. Doesn't have to come through insulation and board now because you've got a steel roof. Yeah.
Well,
that'd be a bit handier to do, I suppose. It'd be easier to seal both sides as well.
There's no insulation on my van roof, so it's literally the thinness of the metal, but it will expand to take whatever size, if you put packed insulation. But I just put it straight on the roof. Yeah, it's good, and it hasn't leaked yet. I've had no problems with it. The only thing is they're a bit noisy when you're playing your YouTube video, when you're recording. The same as the Chinese heater, you can hear the pump. It's like a little pump.
Yeah, I hear
constantly
that as well.
Ticking away.
Some people box them in to try and.
Yeah, but I tried doing that in my shed and it made it worse.
Is that right?
Because I've got one in my shed as well, run off a 12-volt car battery.
Right. Okay.
Really good. And I'm not glamping, as just said there. He's enjoying the stream. Great idea. Thanks very much, buddy. He's one of my followers.
Yeah, I have him on Instagram and all there as well. So I just wanted to ask you too before I forget, what do you use to record your videos?
I just use an iPhone, so I try and record in 4K, although I'm not convinced when I watch back at my videos that
they're 4K?
That they come out in 4K. Yeah. But most people use a GoPro, don't they?
I had a GoPro and I got rid of it because the sound was awful on it. Well, mine was a GoPro Hero 5. Now, I think the newer ones are obviously a lot better, but
they've come a long way now. The GoPro Hero 10 has got the
I'm sure
screen at the front as well, hasn't it? So you can see what you're recording now.
That would be good. Now that would be so handy. So it would actually.
Yeah, and I think all of them you have to get the additional microphone, really, to be honest.
The newer one has like a special casing with a microphone all built in. A really fancy thing. Have you seen this? I've shown like a wind muff on it and all, so it makes good quality sound. But from the 5 and the 6, the 4 from the 1 to 4 the sound was grand outside the casing, and the 5 and the 6 made them waterproof.
Yeah.
So how to make the microphones waterproof, and then give a real. You couldn't touch it if you touched it at all. It was like it was impossible.
Too sensitive.
Too sensitive. But I think from the 7 upwards, it improved and got better and better and better. But the wee screen on the front was so handy. Because when I do all my recording, like in the selfie side of I use my phone as well, and now my new phone, so I can get myself into the frame. I like to see myself when I'm recording myself. Do you do the same? Do you use the selfie side, or do you try and get yourself into frame?
I do it so I can see myself. I just aim it towards me. I just use it off the front camera.
Yeah,
but I can see the benefits of using the back cameras. They are bigger and they're better quality.
Yeah,
but it's okay if somebody's filming you.
Yeah.
You know, they can keep you
Get
in
you
the
in the frame.
picture. But I like to see what my viewers are seeing. Otherwise, it's, you know,
The
it's
little
all
microphone
guesswork.
you got looks really well as well. I was looking for one for the Samsung, but they mustn't seem to do it. They must only be for iPhone. The little microphone that was in the bottom of your...
The little lapel mic, yeah. I haven't got it on at the moment.
It sticks out
but,
front and back, doesn't it? Yeah,
yeah,
that
part just goes straight into the bottom of the phone. So that uses the power from the phone. And then the actual lapel mic. This one's called Zoofon. There is a YouTube video on my channel of it, but it's a standard mic that's made by lots of different companies. If you look on Amazon, this might be called Boomazon by now by a different company. Yeah. But this was Zoofon. I don't know if you can see that. Let's hold it up.
Must look it up, see if they do one for.
They're really good. This was £60. That's all, and you do need to charge that up for about 2 hours. And then it lasts about 4 hours before the sound starts to click and crackle. So you've got to be careful because it doesn't really tell you that it's running out. But not many of us are making videos for that long.
No, no. 20 minutes, I say 20 minutes is the magic number for me anyway.
I literally only use that when it's windy. I don't use, normally I just use the microphone from the iPhone. Just its normal microphone, it's fine.
Turn the heater off here. I'm starting to heat up, getting too warm.
What have you got? Electric heater?
It's just a wee blow here. It's a wee blow here, just below my desk here. Well, what else, Steve? What haven't we covered? Anything up to 52 minutes now? Is there anything else you can think that you want to say about your channel, or
have you ever actually been caught and been asked to move on?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
No, I haven't either. But we went to Tesco's. Me and my wife went to Tesco's. I thought she deserved a trip out, so we went and camped on Tesco's car park. She'd been a good girl. Well. So we parked up, and within 2 or 3 minutes, there were 2 of the security guards were walking back and forth past the van. We hadn't even got into the back, and they knew exactly what we were about to do.
Did they tap the van or anything?
Yeah, they would have knocked the van, no doubt about it. So you're only allowed to be on Tesco's for 2 hours, and those guys get a bonus if they catch people more than 2 hours in the car park.
Is that right?
So that's why they're on it. They were absolutely on it. We sat there for about 25 minutes, and they circled the van. Then they went and stood by the Tesco's entrance, but they were constantly staring at us. So we had to go just in the car park behind Tesco's, which is part of a different factory. So we called it the Tesco Stealth Camp, but we were actually 1 car park away. But I did explain that. I never try and bluff my videos. If they're not genuine, I tell you.
Oh, people, when you do that, people they get mad at you. So then you lose subscribers if it's not exactly what it's in your thumbnail. You know, if you're saying you're doing something, you have to sort of be half relevant to it.
And I don't do any fake clickbaits either. That's what you tend to find with the camping community. There's a lot of clickbait thumbnails, which I can't bear. You know, they put their wife up there in a bikini and all of that game. Oh, I just can't be bothered with that, you know, and it's no wonder they got 1 million views.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey guys, this is awesome. Camping in Plain Sight. He's part of the Stealth Camping Alliance, as you know. Do
you want to tell people about the Stealth Camping Alliance or anything like that there? Do you want to...
Yeah, who was the first person who came up with that? I'm pretty sure it was Hidden Hammocks, wasn't it?
I think it was Hidden Hammock. I'm not sure myself.
So the hashtag didn't really exist, and I've always wondered how hashtags are generated, and it's just from repetition, isn't it?
See, it's not something I know much about either, and it's just when I clicked on it, it brings you to this page, and I thought that he had made a page up, but apparently it just.
No, that's just generated.
Just brings it together, yeah.
So
it was new to me.
If you get enough people who will use a hashtag that you create, enough people will cause it to generate a separate page for that hashtag. So it's really good, isn't it? Yeah,
it's handy. It's we community building and growing now, so it is. It's good. You know, like-minded people into the same sort of hobby.
Yeah.
So it's. Yeah,
I thought there would have been a lot more people kind of jumping on board. I think there's probably about 20, 25 now, isn't there?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
something like that. Oh, it'll grow over time. You know, just take time.
but it's one way of finding out who the stealth campers are and actually seeing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I put myself down as a bit of a fraud, really, because I'm probably the only one that's in a nice, comfy camper van.
But so you have done ones out, like you say, under the bridge and that, and you have done
that's
ones.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hidden Hammock. Yeah, it must have been Hidden Hammock. Came up with it.
I think it was Hidden Hammock.
I think so too. But
yeah, it was a clever idea.
It was smart, wasn't it? It
yeah,
definitely was.
Definitely.
It definitely was smart. Oh yes, I got myself a canoe kayak.
Did you get one?
Got a kayak. I've got it sitting here, but I just haven't got out on it yet. The weather's just a bit too bad. But so
what is it? A fixed, solid one?
It's inflatable. I've got inflatable first to see if I use it, and then we might invest in a hard shell one. Brilliant. If we use it, but I'll have to see. So that's a wee bit more variety in the videos. So I'm looking forward to getting it. I can't wait to get on it actually, but the weather's just too bad at the minute. There's
Texas Stealth Camp has just come on, said greetings, mates. Greetings to you, Texas Stealth Camper.
Matey. How's it going?
He's a recent subscriber of mine. He's not got any stealth camping videos yet, but he has got another channel, which is, I can't think what it's called. He'll put it down there for me, but it's about his ranch that he's sort of developing there in America.
Well, that'd be nice.
Can you tell us what that channel's called, matey? He's a good lad. I'm going to have to open another one of these.
I'll get them in you.
It's a bit lively.
The Little Ranch. It must be his channel name, The Little Ranch.
That's it, The Little Ranch, yeah.
I must look that up.
Yeah, it's good. I've subbed to that.
I must give that a look once we're finished here. That'd be interesting. I would like that, so I would. Enjoy, he says.
Me he's going to be doing some stealth camps, but he hasn't got round to it yet. He's got too much on the Little Ranch at the moment.
Stealth camp in a ranch. That hasn't been done before.
Yeah, that'd be good. Just set yourself up a little stealth camp on your little ranch.
Just go and hide from the family or whatever. Just stealth from them. Just somewhere.
So, is there any? Did you get it in touch with Hazel? Is there going to be a joint TruesdaleTv and Hazel's channel?
Oh no, I haven't heard. What was this? Was there talk of this?
What's Hazel's channel? I've forgotten. I'm just going back through the chat.
What was it? Cosmic
Angel, yeah. She went out with her dad camping on her last video, I think it was, wasn't it?
Hazel's in Dublin, I think, isn't she?
Is that a long way from you?
A couple of hours.
Oh, is it? Is it that? Wow, I didn't think it was that far.
That's Southern Ireland. This is Northern Ireland. You're up here now, so
you're up in Northern Ireland.
I'm in Northern Ireland, yeah. Well, it's only a couple of hours. It's not a million miles away, like, but yeah, for a 2 hours drive, maybe something like that.
Yeah, you could do a meetup.
Yeah, we should do eventually when some sort of if the world ever goes back to normal, it'd be good to get like a sort of UK Ireland sort of stealth camp meetup.
Wouldn't it be brilliant? Wouldn't it be brilliant? Yeah,
that would be good. But
I'd do that. I'd feel safe if there was more people there. I'll go in the middle.
Ring of tents all the way around you, just keep you safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you off work now? Are you working tomorrow or?
I only work part time, so I'm 30 hours a week. So I only work night shifts.
Oh, nice.
We do the odd weekend day, but not very many. So I think I'm off for another 2 days yet, and then I'm back for a couple, and then off for another 4. So it's really good. We've just been looking at. We're going to do a stealth camp tomorrow night as a family tomorrow.
Oh, right.
So we've just been checking out a place. I've put it in my community page. We've found the Weir, which is not far from me. So we're going to have a look there and have a walk around there.
Yep. And if anybody's not subscribed to Steve's channel, I'll put a link in the description of this video. But if you just go into Steve the Transit Camper on YouTube and subscribe, but I would say everybody here has already subscribed to your channel anyway, Steve.
Yeah, thanks very much, William. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I have 2 more days and I'm off 4 days. So I've been jumping from job to job here at the minute. So yeah, I'm a 4 day on, 4 day off now, so
Oh, right, okay.
we'll be able to get some sort of
yeah. So you got plenty of time.
Yeah,
You've just had a little kitty though, haven't you?
Yeah, a month old. So
wow.
it says now. A month old. Yep.
Does it go down well when you say, right, I'm off stealth camping?
Well, this is it. It's hard to juggle all this. It's hard
Absolutely.
to juggle keeping this, have the job, keeping these videos going, and the family at the same time. It's a bit of juggling. So it is. And
you were talking about trying to persuade your wife out for a camp one day.
Yeah. Well, years ago she went on one at the campsite, but no, she's not interested. She's not.
Wasn't she? Didn't enjoy it.
No, nah, it's not for her. She'd rather have hotels and somewhere fancy, you know, somewhere.
Wow, fair enough.
Luxury spas, you know, all that sort of thing.
I did my own custom caravan as well once. So I bought this old 1960s caravan for £60 from Preston. It was about 100 miles away, and I brought it home and I customized that all inside and out. It was fantastic. I painted it blue, the same as my old Transit that was stolen. Yep. And she really enjoyed that. And then I parked it up for the winter, and the place where I parked it, the snow just crushed it straight down.
Oh no.
So when I got to it in March, April to go and check on it, it was just rotten, absolutely rotten. All that work. We didn't spend thousands of pounds, don't get me wrong, but I spent quite a bit on time doing blue perspex and things. And time. But but she prefers camping. She'd rather go camping than anything. So that's really good. So our main holiday is usually camping.
Oh, that's good. Just out in the van, camping in the van.
Well, no, we'll take the tent then. We'll get the 7-man tent out and.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's great fun. It's just the three of us, so we have a lot of fun.
Yep.
And if you can get down south when you get the nice weather, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's just getting that weather, isn't it?
Whereabouts are you then?
We're in the Midlands, so if you get a dart and throw it in the middle of the British Isles, you've more or less hit us. We're slightly to the left.
Right, okay.
So Wolverhampton's probably the closest place you'd know. Birmingham, Wolverhampton.
Yeah, heard of that. Yeah.
So we're just to the left of that if you look straight at the map. So we're in an unfortunate place because we never get any of the worst weather because we're surrounded by hills. So if it snows, we very rarely get a good dose of snow in this part of England, which is really annoying. But when I was a kid, we used to get it all the time, but don't seem to get any now.
Do you like the snow? I'm not a fan of the snow.
You're not a fan?
No.
Would you go camping in it as soon as you see it though?
Well, I'll do it for the video more than wanting to do it, you know.
Yeah, even if it's in the garden.
I've done plenty of garden camps, so I have with the kids and that. Sometimes it's as good as any, if not better.
That's a good idea for me and Jason that Gary Irvine's just come up with there. What about a few cold water swims in Glenarif Waterfall? Is that by you, William?
Yeah. That seems to be a whole thing at the minute. The cold water.
Yeah.
The cold water thing.
I'll get Jason in a pair of swimming trunks. I'll get him in go up to Lake Vyrnwy or something like that. I don't think I'll go in.
Glenarif Waterfalls, that's a nice space. That's not far from me actually, and there's some really nice forests and that around it. So
yeah,
it'd be good. Some camping in there. It's lovely scenery. That's on my list, believe it or not. My list, I've the size of list I have of places to go to. It's just getting to them all, getting the time to go to them all. So
yeah, it is finding time. Yeah, me and Jason both work the same job, exactly the same job. So when I'm not at work, he's at work.
He's at work, yeah.
So finding the time is very, very difficult. That's why I say we only get around to about once every 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I think otherwise there would be a channel just me and him on our own messing around. Really, to be honest, it entertains me anyway.
Yeah, might be an idea. Try it, make it up.
Yeah,
get another channel up. Do you have any other channels? It's just the one.
No, just the one.
Just
yeah.
this one.
Yeah. I've got another email and a channel set up, but I've played around with different ideas on it. And I did a bit of a walk in the pitch black and played a bit of horror music to it. I'm not going to tell you what that channel's called because it's pointless really, because I'm going to change it again.
Are you?
Yeah. So there's only one video on there. So I'm toying with. I think it's good to have something else going alongside. Have you got another channel?
I have a gaming channel, but it's like 40 subscribers or something. And I don't ever
gaming.
Yeah, well, like sort of like simulator gaming, you know, like driving trucks and stuff like that. But it's I'm going to close it down because I don't ever post on it, and it's hard enough to keep one going with
It's a
a
lot of work.
job and stuff, you know, rather than trying to get two going. So
it's a lot of work, and it can really encroach on your family and things, can't it? You know,
it does
occasionally.
And
Occasionally, the missus will get annoyed.
It can be stressful too, and all too. See, especially if you're trying to stick to like a schedule of uploading. Whenever I was uploading every Friday there for a while, and trying to like work shifts and stuff, and get time to do that, and I get a day to edit it and all that. It's so I just do it when I do it.
I was like a lunatic when we first started. I was doing one every three days.
You're just grinding them out.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
Do you editing on your phone then?
Yeah. I use what's it called? An app called Splice, and it's fantastic. It really is. But you do have to pay £100 a year for it to have all the full effects.
Right, okay.
But it's worth every penny that I don't have to get a laptop out. And one of the things that I agreed with my wife is that I wasn't going to end up as this guy sat at the dinner table on a laptop while she sat there having a drink of wine and watching a film or whatever. So I do it all on my phone, and I try and do it when she's at work. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I would use my phone as well. I have a little thing called UCut on mine. It's a free app.
Yeah.
And if it's one of the easier videos, I will edit it on that. But sometimes I think I find it easier for some of the cooking videos to use my laptop here. But if I'm stuck, I can use that. You know, if you're stuck, I can do it. So
yeah.
But
I love the Splice. The only thing with Splice is it sometimes doesn't, like if you record on a GoPro and Jace will send me his GoPro footage, it doesn't recognize it in Splice. It'll corrupt it a bit. So sometimes you have to screen record the GoPro content and then flick it in. But it's literally only like 30 seconds at a time. So it's no biggie to do it. Yeah. But you lose a bit of picture quality once you start using a screen record method. But I'm quite happy with my quality. It's not the best, but it's good enough. I don't think people are critiquing the quality of your videos as much as we think, are they? If it's funny, they're not saying, "Oh, I can't see the pores in his skin."
you could, if you start to really think about your videos and stuff like that, there you can go crazy. If you start watching these guys, these gurus, and what you have to do, and you need to constantly change scenes, you need to keep them engaged. No, you could go crazy. So now I just make a video now and just do the best I can. Don't stress about it. Enjoy it.
Of all of those videos that I've seen by the gurus, the only thing that I think does work is very, very short clips at the start of your video to keep the eye moving.
That's one thing that they say.
I think that keeps people captured for a bit longer than if you started with an open screen and you just talking. So, you know, your doors shut in, a clip of the van, a clip of the road.
I do that a lot too. Those clips
I think that works. I think that's good. Already, I know that this is going to be interesting, and it's a guy that can do a reasonable amount of editing. Yeah. So it's not just going to be
the whole sit and talking thing. That's a mistake I made in my my first videos. People get bored. So I know I do. If it's just you, just sit and talking like for like 15, 10 minutes or whatever. Like, short, you know, keep it sweet and then move on to the next thing. You know, keep them somewhat interested. Because I just know from what I know or from what I like and what I watch, so I just sort of try and do it something similar to that.
Yeah,
I don't want to sit and listen to somebody's life story or anything like that there. You know, I just want to be entertained. Entertain me, you know? Yeah. So, that's the way
totally agree with that.
Just try to do it now and don't stress too much about it. Just keep grinding them out. And hopefully one day one will just skyrocket and the subs will come in. Because
nice.
I'm starting to see a lot of channels there that I followed there from whenever they were really, really small, and they have exploded. You know, just they've got Oh yeah, there's been a few. Yeah. Off Camping, for instance, his channel exploded. Do you watch Off Camping?
No.
I watched him. He had 100 subscribers, and he's up to maybe near 17,000 now.
Yeah. I'm not knocking his channel. He does the roundabouts and all of that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I need to connect with the person. If I don't connect with the person, and I did watch, you know, I watched 6 or 7 of it, but I couldn't connect with him. So, you know, good luck to him, and I hope he continues to do really well, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? but it's not for me. And the same as Steve Wallace isn't for everyone. Some people are completely nauseated by him, and he gets more than enough people putting horrible comments, doesn't he?
He says that, yeah. He
Yeah.
said it his last things there. Do you ever get anything like that? Do you ever get nasty
No,
comments?
not yet.
No, not yet.
I've not had anything bad yet. I think I did have one. I had one guy. It was obviously a young lad. I did go and have a quick look. He was probably only about 14. He put a load of swear words, but you know, I didn't delete it. But Jace is also a monitor for my channel, and he deleted it. He said, "No, you don't want that in there."
If you just put them into your, you know, I forget what you call it. And I know the thing where it felt like a filtered words.
Yeah,
you know,
you can.
Just put the swear words in there, and it'll not even come up. That's why there was some cheeky ones on mine. I just put the words in it because it's just as the time goes on, you'll get it. You will get it. Everybody gets it. You will get it. You know, people just
And what's your thoughts on the policy of getting rid of the thumbs down visible?
How can I see talking about that? Who was that?
Because it's gone now, hasn't it?
The English woodman. He was talking something about that. He took it away completely. Thumbs up and thumbs down. He was getting people straight away disliking his videos. Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about something different?
No, yeah. Well, you can no longer see on a YouTube video the dislikes if you're watching somebody else's channel. Right. They've got rid of it.
How? I didn't know that.
You've still got the option to dislike the video, but it doesn't show to the rest of the world.
Right. I must check that out. When did that policy? When did that happen? Is that a recent thing? It must be.
It's only about 2 weeks ago, if that. Okay. Yeah.
Do you think that'll help?
They decided that it just generated negativity, and
more
they didn't
people
need
just jump on the bandwagon.
But it's good feedback for you. You know, if you've never had dislikes and then you put out a video and because you'll still see your dislikes.
Yeah.
Then you can say, audience aren't liking this. Camping in plain sight's just said there, I'm still waiting for my first hater.
It surprises you because you're getting so many nice comments, and then next minute it always comes up on your phone. Well, mine does. Does it come up on your phone like whenever you get a comment? Like mine comes up like a little circly type thing, and they're always nice, usually nice, great, love it. And you get the one real nasty one. You know.
I haven't had any yet. Yeah,
it's just a matter of time. You always get one.
Delete. Move on.
Catches you off guard, so it does. But that's what it
is. I know. Martin Butler off Butler's Empire gets a few sarcastic comments if he's fixing a car and he's done something, the wrong way or the long way. If you
always get the trolls, you'll always get.
And he gets right into it, and he talks about him on his next video, and he says, "Right, Gerald from Scotland."
Oh, he names and shames him.
Yeah, and he has a right old rant. He names and shames.
Yeah.
And then all the comments on the next video, Martin, ignore them. Stop it, Martin.
Yeah, I ignore it too. I don't give them any airtime at all. And then I'll just whatever they were saying, I'll just put those words into the filters, and they'll not come back up again. You'll never see it. I'll go into the hell for review.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
I went to my held to reviews to have a look, and there was nothing in there. I think Jay spotted one for me, but he just deleted it.
I'll have to turn hashtags off, Bang, because anytime anybody hashtags, it goes in there and I can't see it. Then but it must be because the Stealth Camp Alliance people have been writing that, and it's been going in there, so it must take the hashtags off so that people can still do it, because there's no harm in hashtags. But I must have turned something off because people were putting links to things in mine. Like lots of like virusy type things, like I don't know, like spam, So I took all the links things away. Do you get anything like that?
I did have a run of funny little spam comments at one point. I can't. It was like FYZ or something.
Yeah, what is that all about?
I don't know. I think if you hit it, because they're lit up as a link, aren't they? Yeah. I think if you hit it, you've immediately downloaded another link to something else when you open something. I think. So they're just spam. Just delete them. Don't open them or whatever.
They're a pain.
Unless it's taking you somewhere nice.
I can't see it. Have we missed anything in the chat? Have we missed any other questions? I think we've covered all the questions. I have all the questions. I have all the questions I have. Have I missed anything I want to ask you? I want to ask you about your van, if you built it yourself. You did.
Yeah. Subscribers wise, I probably get about on average probably about 5 a week. Mine goes up, which I'm more than happy with if people like it. And then occasionally over a course of a day I might lose 2, but usually by the end of the day they reappear. I don't know whether it's the same people, but if you imagine how many people in the world are just subscribing and unsubscribing at free will, I think you're never going to have a set number, are you?
Well, there's like it's like 3 billion people or something like that on the internet.
Nice. Yeah.
Is that the statistics? Yeah. Somewhere like that there?
Yeah, you won't be far right there.
I'd be happy with 100,000 of them subscribed to my channel.
Absolutely.
That's not a lot when you think of it that way.
Yeah, I would honestly be happy with, like, between sort of 3,000 and 5,000. That's sort of where I'm happy to be.
I really want 1 million, to be honest. Like, so yeah. But 100,000 would do for now.
There's so many YouTubers with that amount, though, isn't there? There must be thousands of people with 1 million subscribers. And they're making good money and they're making a living out of it, and fair play to them. I was watching the other. I play guitar. I haven't played it for 10 years now, but I love the old Pink Floyd and stuff like that. And I was looking for a song by Pink Floyd, and this girl came up and she was playing it, sat on her couch, and she was just bob on, absolutely perfect. And I thought, oh, that's good little video. 1 million subscribers she'd got. I mean, that's a 17, 18-year-old girl who's never going to have to work in her whole life.
I know. Be nice, wouldn't
Crazy, isn't it?
Nice. Steve isn't far away now. Steve's up to Steve Wallace.
Yeah.
750,000 or something.
That's right.
Not bad.
I'm surprised he hasn't got the 1 million, to be honest.
So am I. I thought he would have had it because he was way ahead of Mav, and Mav has overtaken him as well, over like 1.5 million maybe now or something like that. But there's another guy. Check out once you finish here. He's called TA Outdoors.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he's 2 million subscribers. I like his stuff. That's another thing. I Bency maybe want to go and start doing more. Just always do stealth camping, but just do some like wild camping. Just going out and just actually not have to worry about hiding, ducking, and diving. Just but like what English Woodsman and that does. Try to introduce some more of that into my channel.
English Woodsman's good. I watch him. Yeah. See, now he's very, very similar to that off camping that you said. But he's just a character that I liked. I warmed to him. So it's just people, isn't it?
Strokes for
we're all fickle, and
there's
a few that you just know straight away. Oh, I could warm to this guy. We were just watching a guy. I can't remember what he was called. Me and the wife there, and she said, "Oh, I can't bear him." And I said, "Oh, he's really funny. I really liked him, but I'll probably lose on that one. That'll have to be a stealth watch at night time." But yeah, it's different people's preference, and that's the beauty of YouTube, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. There's such a wide. If you just type in stealth camping, the amount of channels that come up, it's just fantastic.
They're popping up all over the place now. Every time I look, there's a new one, a new stealth camping channel. They're really exploding, and people doing it now. Do you not think so? Like, I've seen so many new channels. Stealth channels. Every time I go
there's
onto
definitely a boom in the last month.
Yeah, definitely. They're all like, you can tell they're obviously only a few subscribers. They're all just springing up everywhere. But brilliant, fair play to them. Yeah, more the merrier. That's. I think I've said it maybe every time I do a live stream, but actually the first sort of thing of this sort of genre I came across was a guy called Scudo Camper. Do you ever hear of him?
No,
he doesn't do so much camping anymore. He's more doing like sort of musical type videos, like more like these relaxation videos, like all that sort of thing. It was a pity because I liked his stuff, and his was really simple, just really simple stuff. He had a wee Scudo camper, hence the name, a wee Scudo van, Fiat Scudo.
Okay.
He converted it himself, and he just went and done like sort of things that I'm doing, just random pulling up this wee van, like a lay-bys and whatnot, and just having it himself, cook some food, and just brilliant bliss, just
fabulous.
Yeah. That's how I got into the idea of it. And then once you started watching him, obviously it starts suggesting more people.
Yeah. And I found that now I've started watching a few that, like you say, that old algorithm, it's just suggesting loads to me. The other big thing I watch on YouTube is the auditing of police stations. I don't know whether you've seen that.
Yes. There's lots of those together.
So auditing Britain.
I used to watch a lot of that too. So
it's quite good. It's good to see.
Out to pick a fight.
Yeah, watch them get tongue tied. I do enjoy that. But only when they're harmless. I don't.
It's always the same thing. It's always you can't record here. Oh, I can record here. I send my right to tell. They know the law. They know what to do. It's public place. I can record the publiblic place. The same thing. And then
as long as they keep it friendly, they're good fun to watch. Yeah. They are. Apart from stealth camping and that, especially American ones, the only other stuff I watch is close-up guitar. You know, people doing covers of different guitar solos. I love watching that. So I haven't got any plugs for who, but you know, I played in a band for 20 years with my brother. So we did clubs, pubs, weddings, and all that sort of thing. And we packed it in when I was about 44 because simply carrying the equipment around was just breaking our backs.
Yeah.
So, but we made a good living out of it for 20 years, and we had a lot of fun while we did it. But I've still got the interest in the guitar, but I haven't got the talent.
You could do,
and as soon as I had to wear glasses to play, it's all over, I said. I've never seen a great guitarist with glasses. It could be another
idea for a channel. So it could.
Yeah.
Teach people to play guitar.
If I had my time all over again, I would have recorded all of our concerts just on a phone and showed them on my YouTube channel. I'd have enjoyed that because we had a really good following. We probably had about 30 or 40 people that followed us in every pub, you know, within a good distance of Shrewsbury. It was great. We used to have a lot of fun.
Good times.
And you could play the big weddings as well and treble your money. You know, it was just crazy, really. It was good. But now all the wedding venues have got their own bands, their own DJs.
Is that right?
Not a lot of money to make out of it now.
No.
Yeah.
They employ all their own people now, do that all in house.
Yeah, they've got it all in house because they sell you the package now, don't you? If you get married, we recommend this. We recommend they've got their own food people, they've got their own music people, they've got their own DJs. You know, it's all done for you now as the big easy package deal, like the package holiday, isn't it?
Yeah,
everything's there for you. So
convenient. Just buy one thing. That's it. Nice and convenient, all in the one place.
Yeah, one price. Nothing to organise. Nobody to let you down.
Oh, just as I see your hoodie there. That's your merch then.
Oh yeah. So I haven't got any merchandise.
Do you sell this? Do you, or
no,
is it just for yourself?
I made 2 or 3. I gave one to Jace, and this was the original one I had made, and I just wanted some for myself, really, just so I could advertise my channel. But I'm not. I will be into the merchandise eventually, but I don't know how it works. Do you have to buy a load of tops?
You can just sort of do it like there's companies, obviously Teespring, that's the one that Steve Wallace uses.
Yeah.
Now that's like they are based in the US, and I think they have a place like they have a Europe. They make them in Europe as well. Or you've got a company which this one here is made from. Keep Our Stealth, TruesdaleTv.
Nice.
Link in the description.
Yay.
They're from T-Mill, and they're based in the Isle of Wight.
Right.
So there's really quick delivery and stuff like that there. And
so what do? You send them your designs?
So you go on to T-Mill, open up an account with T-Mill, and then you basically go on to design a lot of designs, and then just put them on T-shirts, hoodies. I forget what else. They've got long sleeve T-shirts, a few bits and pieces, and that's the free. It's like they make a website for you. Really, it's like a website, and you go on and design it. If you go in after this and look at my one on my description,
I've been on yours, yeah.
Yeah, I've got Teespring and T-Mill. I don't really use a Teespring anymore because I'm sticking more to these guys, T-Mill, because they're in the UK and it's handy for postage and all all that sort of thing. But if you open up an account with them and have a play about, make some up, and the way it works is that you only get like a couple of £2 from each sale, but you don't do anything. You literally just make up your design, and that's it. And then they take care of everything else. They will deliver it for you. They take care of customer services. They do the packaging, postage, all that. You just make your designs up, and people go and if they like your stuff, they click on it, and they'll give you a couple of £. So say that depend. They'll give you a small cut of. It's very little, but you do nothing for it, you know. So it's over time.
Oh, that's good. I
Yeah,
like
so
it.
there's no
So there's no
responsibility.
overhead for you. You don't have to
No
buy
overhead.
30 t-shirts in different sizes.
You don't buy nothing. It's literally just spend half an hour making up a design you like, catchphrase or whatever, or your website or whatever you want to advertise. Fire it on, whatever, blah blah blah. Put the link in the description. They'll give you a couple of pounds, and then they'll take the rest. So they're basically just like using you to like make designs for them.
Yeah.
You know, if they use your creativity sort of thing to do stuff.
Yeah.
They give you a couple of pounds for it, and they take care of the rest. You know, if there's a problem with it, they take care of it. Customer service, they take care of it. So it's nothing to do with you.
I didn't know that. I literally thought that you had a bill for like 30 t-shirts in all different sizes.
People do that as well. There's people, you know, obviously you're going to make a lot more money doing it that way, but then you have a lot more responsibility. You have to take care of the postage, the postage, and packaging, and all that sort of stuff. You know, all the customer service side of it. You know, and your time, you know, and all that there for you. Are you going to buy printing kit to do it yourself? You know, so I haven't time for all that, so I haven't. So.
That's interesting. I might have a look at that then.
Have a look. You may as well make one up. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Now, the free plan, there was one I used. Now there's another one. You pay a £10 a month, and it opens up a lot more designs and different types of products. But the free one does me, you know, for t-shirt, hoodie, and have a look at that and see what you think.
Well, I've learned something there.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
There's lots of them, but they're the ones I use, and this is the prime one I use.
Yeah, I looked at yours, and I thought brilliant. Did look good. Yeah.
Skywalker, when's the next episode of this? I'm assuming of the.
Well, my next episode is going to be coming out on Saturday, and it's probably going to be the Weir, a local one by me. We'll probably cook something in the van. There'll be me, my wife, and her son, my stepson, and we'll have a look at the Weir, and we'll have a walk around there along the river where there's like a towpath, and that will come out Saturday morning. Okay.
And as for this here, who knows? The next one's going to be this.
Who knows?
The next video will be probably a van stealth, and then we'll move to our podcast after that.
My favorite one of yours was when you were cooking a burger at, was it at McDonald's? Yeah.
Burgers at McDonald's, yeah.
That was a good idea. I should have done that. I ended up buying the McDonald's, didn't I? And then coming back. And who wants to eat somebody eating McDonald's? You know, there's nothing to cook.
Well, I done the same in Kentucky. I done the same in Kentucky. I just went and bought it and ate it in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's like really rubbing it in, isn't it?
But that was actually the missus' idea. So it was. I can't take credit for that. It was her said you should do that. So
that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
And what about this donut challenge?
And what did I get last time? I got 7 last time.
7, yeah.
I'm going for 9 next time. I got a lot of haters for that, you know. There was a lot of hate comments about that.
Why?
I don't know. Some people are just why are you doing this? You're meant to be a competent self-channel. Why do this and all? bit of fun, for goodness sake. But some people. Well, sure.
Funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just do not know what people are going to do you?
It comes to when you're putting yourself out on this sort of thing, you know, you have to be prepared for the good and the bad when you're putting yourself out there on the internet. So
absolutely.
You have to have thick skin.
I'm sure when it comes, they'll get the effect they want from me, but they won't see the effect they've had. It'll all be behind camera.
Don't respond. Don't respond to it, because that's what they want. That's what trolls
want. I think we'd be lying if we said haters don't affect us, but you won't get to see the effect. That's the way we can win.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going for an hour and a half here, Steve.
Yeah, it's gone quick.
Hour and a half.
It's gone very quick. So what will happen with this now? Will you put this up as a video as well?
No, I will put this up as I'll leave this stream up for people that want to watch it. But what I'll do is I'll download a copy of it and I'll edit it and put it up as a proper video.
All right. Okay.
You know,
brilliant.
so it'll be in a proper.
Yeah.
This will be in the live streams. I must look into that. Maybe you're the man that would maybe know when it comes to YouTube's policy. Can I have 2 videos the other video will be slightly different because I'll have edited it slightly different.
I think you can.
Because
Yes, you can do an
stream.
edited version.
This is a live stream, and if I leave this the way it is, don't touch it. And then if I put another one up, slightly edit it.
Yeah, I think that'd be okay.
That's okay, as long as only like yeah. I think so.
I mean, usually like when I put a video on and I've let some music play for too long, they've put copyright infringement, but they've not took the video down. So they give you plenty of warning where you can do something else. I don't think it'd be a problem because it's real content, isn't it? It's not like you're trying to fake two lots of the video. You're just doing a highlighted one, aren't you? And lots of people do highlights of last year's videos, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're using the repeats clips. So I don't think you'd have a problem, to be honest.
I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah. I'm saying low battery, William.
Yeah, well, sure. Will we call it a day then, or a night, should I say?
Yeah, it's just come up low battery, and I don't want to end off by going.
Well, that'll do. That's thanks very much for being the first guest on the
thanks
podcast.
Very much for inviting me, William. I totally appreciate it. I've been so excited. I've been telling my family I'm on Sky News Live.
Yeah. So once again, guys, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to Steve's channel, Steve the Transit Camper, and the link will be in the description, of course. And yeah, we'll call it quits. So this is the first one. I think it was a success. Hopefully the signal was okay for everybody. Everybody heard what we're saying. And on that note, we will just wrap it up. Will we wrap up, Steve? That's it, isn't it? We're all good. Nothing else to say.
Thanks very much to all my subscribers, and thanks very much for everybody going to William's channel as well, TruesdaleTv. Go and have a look at that, and let's bump his subscribers up as well.
Yeah, baby. Well, that'll do then, Steve. We'll sign off then. I'm sure I'll speak to you in the chat later on or whatever. That'll do, buddy.
Thanks very much, William. Cheers.
Cheers. Right, folks. See you later. Bye.